Hey there, what's up with it, YouTube? It's Rod D of Orange Ninja News. Yeah, I'm back at it. Today we got a bunch of topics, and it's crazy as hell, so I'm gonna just get into it. I ain't even gonna break down and say what all I'm talking about this time. Right now, we're gonna talk about this guy right here. He is, to me, I would say, copycat because he had went into Missouri Walmart carrying assault rifle. He also had on body armor, and they say it was a tactical rifle. And the fact that he was wearing body armor also, and had another gun, had a handgun also with him, and the guns were loaded. I mean, he was locked and loaded, ready to go and get that. But when he got in there, one of the employees had pulled the fire alarm. And once the employee pulled the fire alarm, all the people started to scatter and everything. It was a big commotion. You know, of course, they're going to react badly after the other shootings because this happened only a couple of days after the other shootings. And the guy's name is Dimitri Andrichno. I think is how you pronounce that. A weird last name. But Dimitri Andrichchenko. So this Dimitri guy thought it'd be cool after those two shootings. They go into the Walmart in Missouri pulling this foolishness. And so of course he got arrested, and they should be heavy on him, being that the weapons was loaded. Now once everything broke loose, then went the other way on him. Now he's trying to say that he was just testing his amendment rights, and he wasn't there for no drama or nothing. And he was just testing his amendment rights, which don't make any sense because the amendment right to carry a firearm, that's people carrying around the open carry, carrying a handgun or something like that. Just the style that he was dressed and the way he was carrying himself, man. That makes me say he was just a copycat dude. The jump didn't go his way like he thought it would. And when he got outside, he was detained by an armed off-duty firefighter. And the firefighter kept him there until the police came to arrest him. So, I mean, thankfully they had another citizen there that was carrying a gun, but a good guy with a gun, basically, ready to take this guy out. And this guy lucky that he's still breathing right now, man. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I think it was just a copycatter that lost his cool once he got into the moment. Everybody started reacting and stuff broke bad on him. He had second guesses about that, and he couldn't go through with it. And now they're gonna press charges on him. And let's see, he said that he's looking at a felony charge of making a terrorist threat in the second degree, and he faces up to 4 years in prison and a $10,000 fine if convicted. And I don't know about the if convicted part, because he damn sure enough need to be convicted, because that just didn't make no sense. And like I say, I think if everybody didn't react quickly like they did, it could have been another copycat shooting. Because right now you got a bunch of copycats going on with it right now. They say gun-related incidents have surged at Walmarts nationwide since the shooting, with 4 others reported since Saturday. And in Florida, a man was arrested Sunday for threatening to shoot up his local Walmart in Florida. So, I mean, they have to, that's why I said they have to do something really strong, and the government has to take a stand and just, when it's people like that, make a strong example out the guys and get their whole crew. And he wind up put them in Gitmo Bay, waterboard them, do all the good stuff that you need to do, and make a strong example. So it don't be these stupid ass copycats that's doing this. Because I said that as soon as that happened, I was like, watch, it's going to be copycats because they're not going to do anything strong that'll make a real strong example where it deter anybody who would even be thinking of copycats and shit like that. Yeah, so that just didn't make any kind of sense. So now he's trying to walk back on it. Oh no, I wasn't going to do nothing. I just had on body armor with a fully loaded tactical rifle and a handgun and extra magazines and ready for war. But yeah, I wasn't going to do nothing. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, I go with that one. Yeah, I go with that line. You know, come on, man, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so the guy is a 22-year-old, and you already know that he's detained, and this is he was arrested in Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, so that's crazy. And it was a AR-15, and if anybody knows about guns, man, you should be an AR-15. You taking it to the Walmart? Come on, man, ain't nobody stupid. This dude was trying to do that copycat shit, man. Yeah, so enough about that idiot. Let's get into another news story. Next up, we got Curtis Ray Watson. He's an escaped inmate from the West Tennessee State Penitentiary. Curtis Ray Watson is 44, and whenever he went to escape, he before he stole the tractor to escape, he apparently pulled off his work vest and he went and strangled, killed, and raped one of the guards from the prison, female guard. Yeah, this guy's sick, man. They're still looking for him right now, and there's rewards out for him. So anybody that sees him, they say do not approach, and just call it in, and they got some healthy rewards out on them. So you get paid, you get some cash, turning in this crazy fool, because they definitely need him off the streets. He had this not his first time doing some messed up stuff. He also had got in trouble for child abuse, and then he also had of course with the prison it wasn't no child abuse reason he was in there. He was in there for raping, beating and raping a woman, and he raped her multiple times. And I mean, this guy's a real piece of crap. He really needs to be off the streets. So if you see him, yeah, call that in. Go ahead and get that cash flow going. Okay, next we have Francisco Javier Villarreal Jr., age 30. Definitely be looking out for this guy because he's in the area that I'm in right now, Laredo, Texas. Ain't that some shit? Yeah. He's wanted for assault with a deadly weapon, parole violation, and a robbery. And they said he's doing a lot of the aggravated assault type deal, running around with a gun, so still on the loose, running around out here. Then he's a junior. He's not making his daddy proud. That's why you can't have a junior, man. Juniors are usually bad. Everybody I know that's a damn junior. They usually be bad as hell, man. I don't know. It's something about being a junior. You're supposed to make your pops proud if you're a junior, man. What the hell? Yeah. The dude's running around this area somewhere. He's considered armed and dangerous. And if seen, do not approach. Just call the police, man. He looks like that hard criminal. Yeah, if he a junior, then is his pops a criminal too? I don't know, man. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into the movie of the day. We're about to do the movie of the day. Well, the movie of the day has action action and more action. It was a wonderful movie. I just seen it. The movie Hobbs and Shaw. In it, you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Statham, and Idris Elba. And everybody know The Rock from back in his wrestling days, and he's a real good actor. He's done numerous movies. Jason Statham, he does. He's from England, and he does a lot of movies. He had the one where he's the driver. That was did a couple of movies where he's where's the driver? What's that called? The driver. Yeah, I think that was the name of the movie, The Driver. But anyway, and he always doing movies that's action packed, a lot of karate in them. And you have Idris Elba. He plays in all different types of movies, but they really let him get down in this one, and he really sells it as a tough martial arts guy who's infused with powers from like experimental powers and stuff like that. And it's just basically, like I say, action from beginning to end. It starts off already with them having shootouts, and it opens up with a whole lot of explosions, shootouts, and fighting, and it's that way throughout the whole entire movie with a bunch of laughs in between. And it's I got my money's worth if I put it that way, man. I really enjoyed this movie. But the movie Hobbs and Shaw, man, it's great. All right, next we shall get into the song of the day. Yes, we're going to do the song of the day. It's the Lay Down by Drum. And Drum has this a song featuring her and Watt. It's called The Lay Down. They got a pretty decent video also. The video, it's a nice song, kind of laid back. And then on the video, they went old school with it, and they have like he's singing and standing in the middle of some water, and then she's floating around on the moon singing, and it just reminds you of some more of the old school R&B type videos back in the days. And this is pretty nice song. So you get a chance, check it out. It's the Lay Down by Drum, and it's featuring her and Watt. Now, this brings us to the thought of the day. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Anything that you already thinking about doing, go ahead and try to start it today. Try to get a head start on it and get yourself out of saying tomorrow. So anything that you can do today, go ahead and get on it. Go ahead and start it today. Don't put it off for tomorrow. And that is the thought of the day. Okay, now, 2 robbery suspects lost their loot to the wind after a holdup at a travel agent's office. Newly released police video shows the surveillance footage. Money dropping from the pockets of the unidentified man's pants as the robbers flee the travel agency in Droylsden, Northern England on March 17. According to the police, the gusty winds that helped scatter the bills in the street and it for their attempt to collect and pick their money back up. And that's what they get for trying to rob a travel agency. Who does that? I mean, it's a travel agency, man, not a bank. What the hell? And that makes me also think about the whole thought of the day. Don't wait and put off something for tomorrow that you could do today. See, the guys was like, they robbed the place, and then they was thinking, shit, we put the secure the money. Nah, don't worry about it. We'll just we'll do that later. I just stuff something in my pocket and run around. So they run outside. It's windy as hell. The money starts flying out his pocket while he's running. The guy turns around, try to get the money, but it's so windy that the money just flies off and gets away from him. Now he went in there and threatened these people and robbed this damn travel agency for nothing. So now he's got the cops chasing him. And when they catch up with him, you know how that go. All for nothing. Didn't even get nothing to show for it. And it was two guys. I don't know. I guess the one that was in front running was the smart one. But yeah, out of the two of them, it seemed like one of them had some damn sense. Greater Manchester police released the footage of the bungled getaway online Friday, and it's already going viral. This duo threatened innocent people working in the travel agency and should know their actions are utterly unacceptable, the Detective Constable Phil Scargill said via a statement. They took every step to secure the money in the shop, but left the stolen notes in their wake as they fled from the scene. Yeah, so that's poor planning, poor judgment. Yeah, it's stupid to go out robbing anyway and being a dumb criminal. But yeah, that's what they get. End up running around and did all that junk for nothing. And yeah, this is called karma, and they got a healthy dose of that day. Okay, time for some world news. It seems that 62 people was killed after a tanker truck exploded in Tanzania. And as soon as I seen this, I was like, whoa, how the hell did 62 people get killed just by one truck exploding? It didn't make sense. But then I see that it says that authorities say the truck exploded near the town of Morogoro as people were trying to siphon fuel out of it. So what happened is that the truck had got in a wreck earlier, and whenever the truck had gotten a wreck, flip over or whatever, and of course it started leaking fuel and stuff, and a lot of people ran up to it trying to get fuel and put fuel in little bottles or whatever containers they could find, because you could sell the fuel cheaply on the black market. And plus, well, expensive as fuel is, who couldn't benefit from having some fuel? So that's what it was. It was a massive crowd of people around the truck at the time. But see, unfortunately, since it was in the wreck, the truck was already catching on fire or getting ready to catch on fire or whatever. The people just didn't know it, and unfortunately the truck ended up catching on fire because of the damage it sustained in the wreck, and then of course fire and fuel don't mix, so that's what caused the explosion. And they say that this isn't something that never happens in that region, because incidents of people being killed in explosions while stealing fuel from encapsulated tankers are common in East Africa. Those who steal the fuel usually hope to sell it cheaply to the motorists. In 2013, a similar deadly incident killed at least 29 people on the outskirts of the Ugandan capital, Kampala, as scores swarmed around the scene of the accident. So, I mean, unfortunately, around in that region, stuff that's common for something like that to happen, which is real bad. Yeah, that's messed up. 62 people got killed in Tanzania when that tanker truck had exploded. And let's see what else we got here. And finally, we have some good news. The bodies of the Canadian teen killers were found. Police say they believe the two fugitives suspected of killing a North Carolina woman and her Australian boyfriend, as well as another man, has been found dead in Manitoba. Royal Canadian Mounted Police Assistant Commissioner James McLatchy said Wednesday authorities located two male bodies in dense bush, and they believe they are 19-year-old Cam McLeod and 18-year-old Brian Shumisby. She says she is confident it is them, but an autopsy will have to confirm it. Police said Tuesday that items belonging to the pair was found along the Nelson River in Manitoba. The two bodies were located a kilometer from the items. McLeod and Shumisby have been charged with second-degree murder in the death of Leonard Dyke and were suspects in shootings of the Australian Lucas Fowler and American China Deese. So that's finally over. So people were saying that they would have made it, and could have been anywhere from made it down into America or even as far down as Mexico or wherever. But nah, they finally found them. They got the bodies now, so it's finally over with. People in that area could breathe a lot easier, and those killers are off the streets and no longer a threat. So that's good news. Well, it's been another day, and it's been great being with y'all again, YouTube family, and I'll be coming back at you tomorrow, because here at Orange Ninja News, man, we broadcast daily. So as I always say, around about this time, y'all be blessed and peace.